These are directions for the synthesis essay, which is the final assessment for the Animal Farm unit. If you start by going to my calendar, there are two documents that will be important. They're posted on Monday the 12th and Tuesday the 13th. Click on the essay directions, pre-writing, and outline. You were given a copy of this information on Friday, but I've added a couple things that I want you to note. First of all, your overall essay is to write a multi-paragraph essay synthesizing the following sources, which answers one of the essential questions. Here are the sources that we've read in this unit, and here's a works cited list, which you'll be able to use on your works cited page. And here are the essential questions. What are the qualities of a successful government? What responsibilities do individuals in a society have in helping a government be successful? And what responsibilities do leaders in the society have in helping a government be successful? You are going to answer one of those questions in your essay. If you go back up to the top, here are the steps. The first step is to complete the pre-writing worksheet. You can do this as you watch the movie on Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, we'll begin working on the outline, and it will be up to you to work on your rough draft, revise, edit, and proofread your rough draft, and turn your final draft in on the day of the final. Your rough draft and your final should be 5 paragraphs, have an intro, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. It should be formatted according to MLA guidelines with a correct heading and a works cited page. And it should include in-text citations for all the information that is not your own. You do not have to directly quote unless you feel it is necessary, but you will be bringing information from the sources. You may summarize, paraphrase, or directly quote that information, and you must cite it in the text. Again, here are our sources and our essential questions. As you watch the video on Monday, this is your pre-writing sheet that you will use to record ideas that you have about these 3 essential questions. You will also use this information to participate in a Socratic seminar on Wednesday or Thursday. I will have a list of directions for the Socratic seminar also posted on the calendar. Scrolling down, this is the synthesis essay outline. Everything that I'm looking for in your essay. If you fill out this outline, you can be assured that your essay will have high points in ideas and content and organization. Okay, let's go back over to the calendar and click on the essay notes. There's a lot of information here, and I want to go through it with you so that you can see that you may not need to look at everything, but it's there if you need it. First of all, I have an explanation for what I'm looking for each paragraph. So the introduction, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion, and then how to format your paper. A lot of this is review, but I wanted you to have a resource to go to. For example, if you go to the introduction website, it brings up this website that gives information about how to start your paper, how to start your essay, and everything that you need in it. My suggestion is that you write your introduction after you've written your body paragraphs. I would start with your outline and know what your thesis is going to be, and then go through and complete your information for your body paragraphs. Once you've done that, you can go back and decide how you want to introduce your essay. Here are some ideas on how you can do that, how you can state your thesis statement, and what you shouldn't say. There are some other helpful pieces of information with the introduction. More in detail with how to have an attention-getting hook statement, and more information on how you can create your claim or your thesis statement. Please feel free to look at any of these resources that would be helpful. Moving on to the body paragraphs. Again, this is what I suggest that you start with when you're writing after you've created your thesis. This website gives information on how to transition from one idea to the next. So if you click on that and read through the information, it will give you good examples. Here's a sample body paragraph. Again, if you go over to the outline, all of that information is laid out for you here. If you complete that, you'll be well on your way to having all of the ideas and content and organization that you need for your essay. If you go back over to the notes, there's other information here with the definition for what you need, the transitions, your sources. Are you going to be directly quoting, paraphrasing, or summarizing? Here's a link that gives you some examples of how to do that. Common knowledge, which you do not need to cite. If it's something that is common, then, and it may be found in multiple sources, then you don't need an in-text citation. Here are some examples on how to effectively integrate quotes and how to cite your information in the text. Okay, moving on to the conclusion. This is the same website. It gives information on how to construct your conclusion. It shows you what you should not do, and it gives you a sample paragraph. Over to the outline, it gives you step-by-step what you should include in your conclusion paragraph. Finally, MLA formatting. Here is a sample paper with how your essay should look. We've done this in class. You should have an example already saved in your Google Docs that you could make a copy of to use the formatting. The one thing we haven't done yet is a works cited page. If you scroll all the way to the end, you can see that works cited is your heading, and then you will just go back over to my direction sheet and choose the sources that you are going to use. So if you're only going to use Animal Farm and Harrison Bergeron, then you could copy those to your works cited page. And I'm going to add up here that you need to use at least 2 sources from the list. If you take time to read through the directions, complete the pre-writing, complete the outline, review the notes for putting your essay together, take time to go back through and revise your essay to make sure you have all of the ideas and organization, edit for sentence fluency and word choice, and proofread for conventional mistakes. Then you will be ready to turn your final draft in on the day of the final. And lastly, please feel free to come in and talk with me before or after school or during seminar. I'm happy to go over any information with you, to talk with you about previous assignments, to give you feedback, help you think of ways you can improve your writing, and help you be successful on this final essay for first semester.